Hey everybody, this is Nicholas Rogers with Big Timber Lodge, and boy do I have something amazing and special for you today. Today is going to be our first ever 22 long rifle ammunition shootout. What does that mean? Well, we have 5 different competitors here in front of me on the table. I'm going to take each one of these competitors to the shooting range and use a chronograph to see what their average foot per second is out of my rifle. Then we'll compare it to what the factory stated foot per second should be, and then we'll look at other variables such as maximum FPS for 15 rounds, minimum FPS for 15 rounds, the standard deviation, as well as the average as stated before. This is going to be interesting though, because I have a 16.5-inch bull barrel on a CZ457 rifle. A lot of the manufacturers that make these ammunitions in front of me, they use much longer barrels, such as 22, 24, all the way up to 27-inch barrels, just to ensure full powder burn for that bullet before it exits the end of the barrel. So using a 16.5 can throw in a lot of variables that we're not going to be used to seeing, because there might not be a full powder burn for some of these bullets. But who knows? But I can tell you this, if you want to see a surprise, it's coming up here shortly. Another thing to say too is if you want to see another bracket that maybe has the ammunition that you like to use, go ahead and hit a like, a subscribe, and leave a comment in the comments section saying which ammunition you would like to see in the future brackets. But once again, thanks for sticking around. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Lumberjack Jack and Dueling Daisy in the commentator booth for the pregame and then the play-by-play.
Hi, I'm Dueling Daisy.
And I'm Lumberjack Jack. I'm Big Timber's twin brother, his better looking brother. About time you share the spotlight with somebody other than yourself.
All right. Getting back to it. This is the first bracket of our first ever 22 long rifle velocity shootout. Lumberjack Jack. Go ahead and introduce the competition.
All right, let's get to it.
Our first contestant is Rws Rifle Match, made in Germany. Factory stated 1,082 feet per second. Match grade ammunition with 40 grain solid round lead nose bullet. Contestant number 2 is RWS Subsonic Hollow Points, made in Germany. Factory stated 1,033 feet per second. Field line ammunition for small game hunting with a 40 grain lead nose hollow point bullet. Third contestant is Standard Plus, made in Germany. Factory stated 1,073 feet per second. This is considered training ammunition with a 40 grain solid round lead nose bullet. Fourth contestant and one of the newcomers to the 22 long rifle scene is going to be the Sellier and Bellot Club Ammunition. Now this is made in the Czech Republic. It is factory stated at 1,070 feet per second and considered a target ammo with a 40 grain solid round lead nose bullet. Our fifth and final contestant, Aguila Interceptor, made in Mexico. Factory stated 1,470 feet per second, coming in scorching hot. This is considered a target or small game ammunition with a 40 grain copper coated lead solid round nose bullet.
Wow, Dueling Daisy, these competitors are sure putting up some serious stats. Who do you think is going to be today's winner based off of standard deviation?
For those of you at home, standard deviation for all you non-nerds is a consistency average based off the velocities of all 15 rounds. So in this competition, we're looking for the smallest standard deviation as our winner.
Nerd.
How did you get a beer in here?
Don't mind that. Anyways, how do you think our competitors are going to finish on this lineup?
Well, I, for one, think that Germany is going to have the first, second, and third. But I think it's going to be switched up by the RWS Subsonic HP. And then we're going to go with the RWS Rifle Match, followed by the SQ Standard Plus. And then, the Aguila coming in. And then this guy that I'm not quite sure how to pronounce. Sellier and Bellot?
Sellier and Bellot? Bellot?
Not sure.
SB.
But this one's last. That's how I feel. What do you think?
Glad you asked. So for me personally, I think we're going to have RWS Rifle Match coming in number 1. RWS Rifle Match, not Rifle Match, but Subsonic coming in number 2. I do think SK Standard Plus will come in 3. I'm a fan of the German ammunition, but I'm going to put Sellier and Bellot in number 4 and Aguila in number 5. Leave your comments below. Let us know if you agree or disagree before we get over to the shooting range. All right, so it looks like Big Timber is going to start off at the shooting range with a box of the RWS Rifle Match. Once again, this ammunition is made in Germany. Its factory standard FPS is 1,000. Whoa! That was fast. Wow, what do we got in there? Wow, he's just cranking through these.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa!
Holy moly.
Not even giving us time to talk.
No, I can't even look at the... Okay.
The teleprompter's hard to see. Okay.
Use your glasses.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it looks like we've got 5 shots in. Currently, it looks like the average is 1,056 feet per second.
Yes.
And then the standard deviation is 14.6.
Okay.
Now, is that a good standard deviation so far for the first 5 out of the 5 groups?
Well, it did set the bar.
It did set the bar. Very good point. Very good point. What's our maximum? Oh, here he goes. Looks like he's on second round of 5 shots.
Maximum was 1075.
Wow. Okay, so 1075. We're looking at a minimum of 1,035.
Okay.
Okay.
Gosh, he is just blowing through those.
Oh, he is blowing through those. Well, I think when I talked to Big Timber, he said that he had 3 5-round magazines that he loaded up with each competitor's ammunition. So we're going to get 5 shots shot rather quickly because we're just looking for standard velocity here. We're not looking for accuracy.
Right.
So it looks like 10 shots have been shot. Average is currently, whoa.
Well,
we
that
got
jumped
11.
quite a bit.
Yeah, it did. 1,056.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That last one threw that one way off.
It did. It did. So we're at 13 rounds. Wow. Just cranking through these. 14.
We'll have to let him know next time not to crank that fast.
Absolutely. He is just speeding through these. All right, 15 rounds on the table. Looks like the average is 1,055 feet per second. Standard deviation is 13.5.
Okay.
Maximum and minimum. Okay, anyways, 13.5, and it was 1,055 feet per second. So, I don't know if 13.5 is a good standard deviation. It's going to be interesting to see in this competition, especially considering the fact that he's using a 16.5-inch barrel, which kind of leads to understanding why it might be slower than the factory suggested 1,082.
Absolutely.
Because of that variable we were talking about earlier with the shorter barrel, it doesn't allow for a full burn of the powder for the bullet to get out of the barrel. So, what were your thoughts on the RWS Rifle Match in its showing?
I think it went really well for the first one. Like I said, I mean, way to set the bar. We'll see how the other ones kind of compare, I guess.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to our next competitor. I believe it's going to be RWS Subsonic HPs.
I think that's what we have up next.
Looks like we're back for round 2 with the RWS Subsonic Hollow Points. Hopefully Big Timber slows down a little bit on this round. It was almost impossible to keep up with him on the previous round. But we do know that these are meant for field game or small game ammunition. Oh, looks like he's already started off with an average of, wow, he is just cranking through these once again. So maybe we'll just wait for the first 5 to go. Yeah. How do you think these are going to fare versus the rifle match?
You know, that's a great question.
Oh, looks like there was a hiccup on round number 5. He stopped. Currently, we have an average of 1,022 with a maximum of 1,045 with a minimum of 986. Wow, that's low. Oh, wow, I wonder what happened with that. I wonder if there was some sort of flyer or maybe, partially, like maybe not fully loaded with powder or something happened. Maybe the primer didn't fully ignite.
That is odd.
That's a very low number compared to what the average and the maximum are. All right, so we're at 9 rounds. Looks like a maximum of 1,045, minimum still 986, with an average of 1,024 with the standard deviation of 17.8 right now.
Wow, that shot up just as you were reading
wow,
it.
that's
intense.
crazy. Okay, wow.
We got 2
All right,
more.
so 14. All right, so we're on round 14. I wonder what happened. Oh, we're getting word. Big Timber cycled around without shooting it. He's having to put another round into the rifle to get 15.
I would hope this doesn't disqualify this one.
I don't know. That's Big Timber's fault, not the ammunition.
Oh, okay.
All 15 so far, 14 of the 15 round shot have fired, even if one was significantly slower than the other ones. So I'll be interested to see, though, what this finishes out at. Oh, looks like we just got our 15th round in. Okay, looking at our numbers, we have a maximum of 1,053, minimum of 986. That is quite the spread.
Yeah.
That is quite the spread, with an average of 1,023, and a standard deviation of 17.2.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
That's quite the window in between
Yeah.
the first one of a rifle match compared to this one.
Right.
That's not as well as I thought that one was going to do at all.
No, definitely not.
That's quite
mean,
surprising.
right. And the interesting thing is, what do we say? So the subsonic HPs were claimed to have 1,033 feet per second out of the factory rifle, but it showed up with an average on our rifle of 1,023. So only 10 feet per second slower out of a 16.5-inch barrel versus whatever length barrel they had. So that's actually not that bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. But the thing that kind of surprised me, though, is the standard deviation of 17.2. I bet if they wouldn't have had that 986 foot per second round that seemed like very slow compared to the rest, that this wouldn't have been as large. What are your thoughts?
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think that's what kind of skewed it a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I believe our next competitor is going to be the SK Standard Plus. Are you ready to get down to the competitors?
I am.
All right. All right. Wow, that was interesting with the showing of the RWS Subsonic HP, but we are on to our third competitor, the SK Standard Plus. Once again, we've asked Big Timber to slow down, but he seems to not care. He mentioned there is a birthday party going on at the gun range, and he wants to get out of there as fast as possible.
Yikes.
I know. That's always kind of scary.
Yeah.
First-time shooters. Oh, anyways, back to the competitor. Okay, he has 4 rounds now with the SK Standard Plus. And looks like 5. Looks like we're looking at a current average of 1,042, minimum of 1,056, minimum 1,027, with a lower standard deviation of 11.0. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, this is just rated as a training ammo. It is not considered match ammunition. That is from the factory's website.
Oh.
Okay.
That's good
Looks
to
like
know.
we're at 7 rounds here. 8. 9.
I guess he did slow down a little bit.
He did slow down. All right, there we are. Now we're at 10. Okay, looks like we're currently sitting at an average of 1,044, maximum of 1,062, minimum 1,025, SD of 13.2. So it did go up slightly.
Just slightly. Though.
Just slightly. So let's see. What did they say? The SK Standard Plus is supposed to have a factory speed of 1,073, but it's currently sitting at 1,043. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so
well, that one jumped up a little bit.
13. Okay. 14. And
There's the
15. Wow. Okay, there's number 15. So, final stats for the SK Standard Plus is going to be a maximum velocity of 1,062 feet per second, minimum velocity of 1,025 feet per second. Seems like that's a tighter group than the previous RWS Subsonic HP, and an average of 1,045 feet per second with a standard deviation of 12.2.
Now that is a quite bit lower than the 1,073 that it says it's supposed to be coming out at.
That
right?
is correct. That is correct. But how do you feel about the standard deviation being a 12.2 versus the Subsonic HPs being a 17.2? Or even, let's say, the RWS Rifle Match, which is one of their top-of-the-line ammunitions, and this Standard Plus is SK's just training ammo, coming in with a lower standard deviation than the RWS Rifle Match. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's interesting. I I don't know. That's not how I expected it to play out at all.
Me neither.
Especially because this is supposed to be, what is it, training ammo?
Right, absolutely.
I did not expect that.
I wonder if we got some match grade ammunition from SK, if it would actually even have a lower standard deviation than the standard plus. I don't know.
That could be fun.
Well, all right, we're getting words. The fourth competitor, the Aguila Interceptor, is up on the line. Back to Big Timber at the range.
All right.
Hey, everybody. All right, so we are back for competitor number 4. This is the Aguila Interceptor. Big Timber has the hottest round on the range right now. Aguila's factory specs for this is 1,470 feet per second. It looks like round 1 is off, and oh my gosh, it's averaging right now 1,517 feet per second. After the second round. Wow, that is faster.
That is much faster than what they were claiming.
What they were claiming. What is going on here? Looks like there might be a little technical difficulty, but he's able to push through. 5 shots. We currently have an average of 1,511 feet per second, maximum of 1,526, with a minimum of 1,491. These numbers are much higher than what the factory says it should be.
Much higher. That's crazy.
Wow, that is kind of crazy, especially because this is a 16.5-inch barrel. Imagine what this could do if you had a full 24 inches or even a 22.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. All right, looks like we currently have 10 rounds down range, looking at a maximum of 1,546 feet per second. Whoa, man.
Well, huh.
That is
All
getting
right.
up there. Okay, wow. And it is coming through 1,554 feet per second. Are you kidding me? That's just 16 feet per second slower than an additional 100 feet per second of what the box says it could shoot at.
That's nuts.
That is so fast.
That's nuts.
All right, looks like we finally hit our 15 rounds. All right, so looking at our notes, we have the Aguila Interceptor with a maximum of 1,554 feet per second. That is scorching fast out of the 22.
Yeah, it is.
Scorching fast. Minimum 1,485. So out of the 15 rounds, the slowest round was still faster
Than what they claimed.
Goodness. And that's with the 16.5-inch barrel. That is crazy fast. Now, the average was 1,511, which is roughly 41 feet per second faster than what the box claims, but the standard deviation was high, 19.8. Now, I guess, you know, you don't buy Aguila expecting to get match-grade ammunition. You buy it because it's cheap and it's available. And this actually kind of proves it. So what are your thoughts on this?
That's why I put it in 4th.
All right. Okay. All right. We're getting word from Big Timber down on the range. He is trying to get through this as fast as possible. The birthday party is being told to keep the guns pointed downrange and put the firearms down over and over again. And he says he is sweating bullets with anxiety. Okay. So competitor number 5 is on the range. Let's turn the cameras to Big Timber. All right. Jewel and Daisy, we find ourselves with our final competitor, the Sellier and Bellot.
Yep.
The Club Ammunition from Czech Republic, one of the newcomers on the 22 long rifle ammunition scene. How do you feel it's going to do?
I don't know. Honestly, the reason I put it in last is because I've never heard of it. So we shall see how
I
it
know.
does.
Well, I could say that it's some of the cheapest ammo that I could get for our big game rifles at 6.5 Creedmoor. So let's take a look. Okay, it looks like we have 4 rounds down range.
Oh.
And it looks like a little technical difficulties, but he's able to shoot through. So with 5 rounds, we have an average of 1,143 feet per second. Wait a second. Looking at our notes, that's only supposed to be firing at 1,070 feet per second.
Huh.
That's over the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Huh. So they claim it's subsonic ammo, but currently it's averaging supersonic speeds. Wow. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So we're at 8, 9. Maybe it'll come down. Maybe it was just a fluke. All right. Looks like 9 rounds are downrange and 10.
It hasn't changed.
So average now is 1,143. Maximum 1,500 or 1,150. Minimum 1,128. Wait. So standard deviation is 9.1. A very good standard deviation, but still that average is peculiar.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 12 rounds down range.
Wow.
13. 14.
Oh my goodness, it keeps dropping.
Wow. 15 rounds, folks. That is it for the Sellier and Bellot club ammunition. Let's turn to the notes. So it looks like our final average was 1,142. Let's come back to that here in a second, okay? Let's take a look at the maximum of 1,158 feet per second, minimum 1,128 feet per second. There's only a 30-foot per second difference between the minimum and maximum, giving us a standard deviation of 8.2. That is by far the lowest standard deviation that we have seen from any of the ammunition today from our competitors.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the cheapest ammos to buy. What are your thoughts on
That's
this?
really interesting. I didn't expect it to be that high up, yet alone that much of a gap in between the person that's right behind it, the competitor. That's insane.
I know, yeah. Our second, so they would be first place by standard deviation, but second place would have been the SK Standard Plus with a 12.2. That's a 4-point difference in standard deviation.
I was expecting it to be a lot closer.
Wow. Now, my thing is, though, if we're going to announce the winners, so Sellier and Bellot, they got number 1.
Yes.
SK got number 2 with 12.2. RWS Rifle Match got number 3 with 13.5, surprising me there. Number 4 would have been the RWS Subsonic HP with the 17.2, and to me, no surprise, you picked it for number 4 just because you didn't know of Sellier and Bellot. 19.8, okay? 19.8. But that's based off the standard deviation, folks.
Right.
How do you feel about this? Because I'm a little perplexed at the fact that they claim the Sellier and Bellot comes in at 1,070 feet per second, and yet our average for this was 1,142, which is just over that speed of sound. So if you shoot this, even though that standard deviation of velocity is very tight, but if you shoot this very soon after it gets away from that rifle barrel, it's going to be hitting that transonic barrier. So how are your thoughts on this? What do we do about this competition?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Right.
Which one definitely came out surprising us.
Absolutely. Well, I am getting word from Big Timber. He said this competition is solely based on the smallest standard deviation, and therefore Sellier and Bellot is going to be our winner, folks. Leave a comment down below. Let us know how you feel about the results from this competition. And until next time, see you later. Dueling Daisy.
See you later. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, it's Nicholas Rogers, and I really hope you enjoyed that production from Big Timber Lodge. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button and leave a comment below telling us that you want to see more videos like this. Heck, even tell us what type of ammunition you want to see in round 2 of the 22 long rifle velocity shootout. Until next time, as always, peace!